Hi, good morning. Welcome to Circle of Alchemy Sisters. I'm here with my co-host, Kristi, Lynn. I am Dedra. We are going to do a special channel this morning. I will let Kristi go into that, but thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to tune into the 3-eye atlas today, which is the meteorite. That's meteorite. Scientists are calling it a meteorite. That is going to enter into our atmosphere. It's going to pass through the sun. It's going to be closest to us. I think October 29th is the date. So there's been a lot of things going on about this 3-eye atlas. What is it? What is it? What is it? And I have avoided tuning in because I don't want to get into the whole conspiracy theory thing. So I have mainly read about what the scientists think that it is. So I know that the scientists are saying that it's something that they don't really know or understand. I'm getting goosebumps as we talk about it. And I know that they're saying the propulsion, the way it's traveling is very strange. So the other day I was talking to my teenage daughter about it, and I started getting the psychic vibrates, right? So I knew that, okay, it's time to tune in. So we start talking about 3-eye atlas, and I start getting these vibrations. Anytime I start vibrating, I know that the thing that I'm talking about or the thing that I'm watching or hearing, I know that it's truth. Mm-hmm. So once I start talking about 3-eye atlas the other day, and I start getting the vibrations, then that's my signal to know, like, okay, there's something more to this. It's not just a meteorite, right? I wouldn't get these feelings if it was just a meteorite cruising through our galaxy. So I tuned in right there in the living room, and I heard I heard, like, when you're walking through an airport or something, it's a welcome message. It was like a pre-recorded welcome message, and it was like, "Hello and welcome to 3-eye Atlas Consciousness." And that it was this whole thing about they're part of the New Earth Project, and the Galactic Federation did definitely come through that information. So I didn't tune in any deeper because I knew I wanted to save it for the podcast. So I have not tuned in any deeper. I heard that welcome message. I felt the feelings. My teenage daughter, she's 15. She's also very psychic like I am. And she said, what if it's made out of some new crystal that we don't know about? And as soon as she said that, it was like, poof. I felt that information. Again, she was speaking truth. You know, information came to her. That's how our systems work, right? So I did tune into that, and I got the information that she's exactly right. That whatever this 3-eye atlas, whatever it. Oh, another thing that she came up with. She goes, "Do you also feel like it's weird that it's called 3-eye?" Like 1, 2, 3, your third eye. And that's the consciousness that I received that it was bringing down, right? It's here to send down whatever material this 3-eye atlas is made out of. When it passes through the sun, it is going to send this giant, like, beam of consciousness down to us, to wake us up, to open our third eyes, to decalcify our pineal glands. It's here to literally just send all of this higher consciousness to us. Again, we're part of the Great Awakening. We are here, and there are waves of consciousness being sent to us all the time through the sun, through the Schumann resonance. There are always these vibrations being sent to us. But this was in the works for, I don't know, thousands of years at this certain amount of time. If the humans got to a certain level of consciousness and they needed one more final push, this was the plan, right? So they've been traveling out there and just waiting for their moment to bring higher consciousness to the planet. So very exciting. And again, I'm channeling all of this as it comes, right? Like this is all coming to me right now in the moment. So they're here to bring higher consciousness. They're here to bring the human evolution forward, right? We're a species that has been evolving, and they're here to sort of speed up the evolution because they see that there is a great darkness that is taking place on the planet, right? And not to like scare anybody or freak anybody out, but this is a war going on. There is an actual spiritual war going on the planet, and it's all for the planet, right? It's all for Mother Earth. Like Mother Earth wants us to bring her forward into her evolution. Like our spirits, our consciousness, our frequency on Earth is helping Mother Earth, helping the planet evolve into her next phase. Like a snake shedding its skin. Mm-hmm. Mother Earth is ready to do that. She's ready, and she's sending us signals all the time. We have all of these big cataclysms happening all the time, all over the place. It's like she's warning us, and she's telling us, like, I need to shed this skin. I need to get out of this shell. And what the humans are doing on this planet is to bring the consciousness to her so she can do that. It was all a plan. And we all knew this. We all know why we're here. It's just that we've forgotten, right? Because when you're born into the Earth's atmosphere or consciousness, it does delete. It deletes all your memories from past lives. But once we start evolving in consciousness, we start to sort of remember, like, I remember now. I remember that I am consciousness just living in this human body. I remember that I am here to help Mother Earth, to help other humans. I remember. Dear God, this is a great channel. So do you have anything on that?
No, I'm just waiting.
Wow.
I'm like so fascinated.
Yeah, so they're bringing through a lot of information. And just to clarify, this is the consciousness of 3i Atlas. That is what I'm tuning into. And they feel like as if they are very, very passionate about their jobs, right? There is no greater love than what these outside of the planet entities or beings feel for us. Like we are their babies, we are their friends, we are their family members. Their family members' souls are inside us, you know, like they know us. We don't remember them because we have that earth blinding, like a cache wipeout. It's delete the cookies, right? Like as soon as you're born into this earth consciousness, your cookies from last life are deleted. But there are some individuals who come into the earth to remember, and they remember all of their past lives. And they're here to sort of bring that consciousness to people, right? Like there are some who do remember their past lives and they talk to people about it. And that, again, opens the third eye, right? Like our higher consciousness, the people who have adapted into the higher consciousness, we bring seeds to other people who may not have their consciousnesses open yet. So we are here and we say these certain things. We're not here to be a preacher. We're not here to like bang it into you. We're here to inspire you. We're here to drop seeds and be like, make you think, you know, make you research why you believe certain things, make you dig deeper into things that you have never explored before. Are you getting the vibrates?
Goosebumps all over my back.
Yeah. This is higher consciousness that we're tapping into. And they're saying like we have been evolving for millions and billions and billions of years, right? So of course you're not going to be able to relate. They're saying like the higher consciousness that we bring is very far-fetched for humans to consider right now. We're just here to bring higher consciousness to you so that you can evolve on your own level. But the key is to never stop growing, never stop expanding, never stay right here where you are because it's safe. We want to just keep growing and expanding and evolving. And with every evolution sort of growth, again, they're showing me a shell cracking open and we emerge as a whole new person. If you can just start at the beginning of our videos 1 year ago, you can literally watch a physical transformation happening with each of us. The higher in consciousness you go, the more layers you shed, the more you transform as a person, almost unrecognizable. That's what higher consciousness does, right? It takes away all of those outside layers that you have been projecting and living but aren't really you. Those layers just shed away, and out of the cocoon comes this person that you're like, I knew this was me. I knew this was me. I feel so powerful. I feel so great. I personally, when I used to wake up, it used to be like, how am I going to feel today? Is it going to be a good day? Is it going to be a bad day? Am I going to be depressed today? Am I going to have anxiety today? Am I going to be angry today? And I would say it's probably 85-15 now. Like when I wake up, it's a good day. I don't have all the stresses in my life. And it's not because I'm a millionaire or anything. It's because I literally have transformed my life with my thoughts, words, actions, and emotions, right? I have transformed completely. And with every transformation comes a layer that you shed. And then you get more powerful. And then you get like, I can manifest instantly almost, like when I say something, very rarely does it take longer than 1 week for it to come into my life. Like I get paid to exist. I get paid to exist. That is my favorite. People love helping me. People love taking care of me. Like people really do love that. They do get joy out of helping me and taking care of me, and I really do get paid to exist. And I'm not trying to come from an egoic place, right? I'm saying like you can do the same thing. Mm-hmm. I literally manifested this, right? And of course I'm not taking from people and taking advantage of people. Like my energy is helpful to these people. They are receiving exactly what they crave from me, and it's an equal energy exchange, right? And that's how we're supposed to be living. Like I want they're saying I want the human consciousness to understand that the universe has zero limits. The people who are helping you because they love to help you are going to be helped in return. It's a butterfly effect. You help someone helps you, someone helps you, you just keep going. And you're not helping people because you feel obligated to help people. That's not how you receive anything back. You're helping people because you fully enjoy it. I love helping people. I love inspiring people. I love teaching people. And in return, I receive all of these beautiful things back because it is frequency and vibration.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Now that you say all that, how like we shed our skin like over the past year, even since this podcast, all the layers that we have shedded and how far we have grown. Like I can literally see myself shedding the skin mm-hmm. as I go back and replay everything that we have been through, and I'm at awe mm-hmm. with how much I've changed just as a person, how much you have changed as a person. It's been amazing.
Yeah,
watching you come into yourself. I mean, all the times you had to lay, your life like out on the table, for people mm-hmm. to like hear your most vulnerable, mm-hmm. parts of yourself. And how uncomfortable
very
it was,
uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But we both did that. Lay it out on the line, because you're not alone, right? Mm-hmm. Like you're not alone. If you're going through something in life, there is definitely someone who has been through this, who has gone through this. You are never alone, and it's never the same situation twice. Obviously there's factors that differ, mm-hmm. but like reach out. reach out. You are never alone. I want you to reach out, even if it's someone on TikTok that you don't know, but they inspire you and you feel like you relate to them. Reach out, right? This is this higher consciousness that we're all trying to grab onto and live in. It comes with community, right? So if you are aligning with someone, reach out. I am a type of person that you can reach out to if you need community, if you are relating, if you feel like you are called to contact me, please contact me, right? It's all about community. And I promise you that I've been through it, right? You've been through it. We are people that you can reach out to when you need someone of higher consciousness to sort of give you the love and support that you deserve. But don't be fooled. I'm not going to enable you, okay? I'm not going to let you come to me and just wah, 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 over and over and over again. And here I am giving you the love and the unconditional support that you need, but you're not doing anything with it, okay? I'm not an enabler. I'm always going to tell you the truth. Even if it might sting your feelings a little bit, sometimes we need to hear the truth, even if it does sting. I'm going to tell you, you are not standing in your power. You are being manipulated. You are being, you're living your life too small. Like, stop saying that you are broke. I hate that.
It doesn't make you cringe.
Yes. And I'm tired of every single time someone says it. I'm typing or I'm telling them, don't say that. You should not say that. You are abundant. You are abundant. If you are in my life and you're in my personal circle, I want to smack you every time you tell me you're broke. It makes me so mad because I'm like, that is against every single thing that I believe in.
Or teach.
But I mainly believe. Like, I fully believe. I don't care how much money I have in my account. I am abundant. I am abundant. Because as soon as I get scared or paranoid about that money, more flows in, right? Just the other day, just like, I don't even know how this keeps happening, but I use a debit card, obviously, and my price at Walmart, from a few days ago, went from $8 and some odd cents to $5 and some odd cents. They literally gave me money after I bought something. That's abundance. There is literally money flowing into my account, whether it's $2 or $3 at a time. Right?
You just have to be aware of these gifts, no matter how big or small they are. A gift is a gift, and be grateful for each one of them. It could be a penny.
Yes.
And it could be $100.
A penny from heaven. You should be so, if you are walking through a parking lot and you see a shiny dime or you see a shiny penny, pick them up. Right? And be grateful for it. Like, oh, I found a penny. Oh my gosh, I found a quarter. Aldi quarter. You know, like, be grateful. That's how we change our vibrations. Yes. It's not about, like, being corny and being like, I'm so toxically positive all the time. No, it's creating the energy that I want to live in. I am grateful for this Aldi quarter right here, right? I'm grateful for it. And the Aldi quarters are going to keep flowing in over and over and over again. Yeah. So let's get back to the 3-eye atlas. And they're just repeating the same thing: higher consciousness, higher consciousness. Higher consciousness. That's all they're getting. That's all. I feel like they've said everything that they need to say. They're saying that because we are avid channelers, because I'm an avid channeler, because I am connected to the Pleiadians, because I'm already a part of the new earth energy, it's almost like all the consciousness that they're bringing forward is something that we already know, right? Because we do channel higher consciousness all the time. We are bringing through.
We're already at that energy that they are bringing down.
Yeah, so they're like, this was just a welcome, welcome to our consciousness. We're glad to have you. We are very excited to see the effects of the ray of consciousness that is going to happen, but they're also saying it can cause chaos, right? Because some people are so low in consciousness, when they get struck with a ray of consciousness, it almost would feel like to them maybe possession.
Oh.
Right? So they're saying like, don't tune in to the darkness, right?
When
There
it happens.
is going to be some chaos. There's a lot of people, a lot of humans who actually are not aware of their power. They're not actually aware that they are higher consciousness wearing this human suit. They are fully convinced that they are only humans and this life means nothing, you know? So they're so low that when they get hit with this rise of consciousness, it will be kind of scary to them to have their hearts burst open and feel all of the things that they've been suppressing for a very long time, because with higher consciousness also comes healing, right? And that's the hard part. The healing comes before the rise in consciousness. You heal and you shed a layer and then you rise up to consciousness. So what this consciousness is doing is pushing and prodding sort of your traumas up to the surface so that you can recognize them and release them. Higher consciousness is not healing you automatically. It's pushing all the things out of you that you don't deserve to carry anymore.
Interesting. So when will we know when this is taking place?
They're saying like you should already be feeling it.
Okay, I have an experience that I want to share, but I guess I'll go ahead and share it. So this past weekend, we were in Kansas City, and we were at an event for my husband's niece, and I was sitting in the car because it was absolutely like cold outside, and I wasn't. Look, I didn't want to be there. I'll be honest, I really didn't want to be there. But the thing that kept me in the car most was I was really cold. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching, like I was in my phone, but in every few minutes I would look over and I would check to see where my husband was. And so I noticed that there was 2 women standing by him. I'm not proud. Let's just say I'm not proud.
Human moments. Human moments.
So I'm really not proud because it's been a long time, but you'll understand what I mean whenever I get into the story. So I'm watching this play out, and I notice one woman just keeps getting closer. From where I'm sitting, it looks like she was getting closer. And he was really engulfed in his conversation because, he's
That's
very
Kevin.
animated.
That's Kevin.
And, so he's talking and he's being animated and stuff. So, and then he pulls out his phone. He's showing this woman his phone. And I'm sitting there and I start feeling stuff. And I stopped myself. I'm like, why are you feeling this way? Like, I have really worked hard on myself. Why am I feeling this way? I have let this jealousy, this rageful jealousy go. And I'm like, this is like, since my ex-husband and I divorced, I have really worked on not feeling these feelings. And I haven't felt them in a really long time. But it was like all of a sudden, and it made me very aware. I was very aware. And I'm like, don't text him. Do not. He sent "I love you," and my immediate thought during this whole scene was I was gonna send him the flip off emoji. And then
very not high consciousness.
No, very not. And I noticed it. And then I said, I was going to say whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to say that. I am not going to say that. I am not going to be that person that I was. And so I didn't say anything. And then he turns around, he walks to the car. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this interaction. Because I
literally didn't do anything wrong at all. And he was telling you he loved you when he came over to pay attention to you.
Dude, but yes, yes.
So it was a bad moment. So the higher consciousness that is being pressed down into the universe right now is bringing up all of your past issues to just really say like, hey, look how far you've come.
Was that it? Because I was like, oh my God, I just sunk downhill. Like,
no,
why?
Look how far you've come, right? And even though that tower moment you may not have managed in the
My feelings were not
higher
managed.
consciousness
But
way.
verbally, I handled it very well. But the way I was wanting to react, I did not.
Yes.
But when he came to the car, I'm like, just go stand by her. Just go back and stand by her. And he's like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God, you said that.
I did. Because he
Oh,
was,
no.
that I did not handle very well.
So, tower moments. We're always being handed with tower moments, and they're always a place for us to evolve. Okay, always a place. You had a choice to repeat patterns, and that's okay. Just know that because you didn't fully process through that emotion the way that your higher self feels that you deserve, that's going to come in again.
Oh, jeez.
In another form.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I didn't realize that I have abandonment issues. Right? I didn't know that existed in me. Right? But I definitely do. I always feel like someone is going to run away from me, walk away from me. Like, if I don't hear from you, if I don't stay in contact with you, I'm fully convinced that you don't want anything to do with me anymore. And it's very hard when you're dating to do that, right? It's very hard. Like, I am a wife.
Yeah.
I've been a wife for so long that's how I can't bring that energy into this new life that I'm beginning. I have to accept and understand that my way is not always the right way, right? I have to remember that the people that are being presented into my life are here to teach me things. So I have to learn to remain in my power, to disconnect from certain situations so that I'm not just like sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting, you know, like, yeah. So I feel the rays that are coming down. They are really pushing in my insecurities and my fear of abandonment.
So did you feel like it was already taking place, or are you just now finding out with me that it's happening?
I'm just now finding this out.
Okay, because I didn't realize that's what was happening.
Me either. Until I just channeled it, I didn't realize it. And then when you told your story, I was like, yeah, I definitely experienced that last week. Just like I said, my team works fast, right? So if I'm like asking for something, they're going to present it into my life so that I can feel the feelings and process through the things that I need to.
So you're asking for things. I'm not asking for nothing.
I am asking. My goal is to be the best version of myself every single day of my life. So if I feel something inside of me that does not feel right, I'm asking my team to help me process through it.
Okay, so maybe that is what's happening. I didn't realize that, you know, the way you word things, it can come out in different lessons. Like, I'm always saying thank you for helping me to be the best version of myself every day. Like, you know,
the best version of yourself doesn't include the traumas from past lives. So they're going to bring up every single trauma that you still have in you to push it out or make you aware that these things still exist. And in your next candle ceremony or your next moon ceremony, you can say, this is the energy that I want to release, right? But be aware that once you say, this is the energy I want to release, you're going to have to deal with the emotions that come with it. Things are going to be presented to you to help you process through that thing that you want to release.
Dude, like a year ago, the table was flipped. It was the other side, you know, with his trauma, with jealousy. And now of course, the display of emotions is a little bit different. You know, there's no accusations on my part, but feeling that rage and jealousy, I mean, I guess in a way I did kind of. I guess in a way I did kind of accuse him.
It's called blind rage. Like, we feel it and we do not know how to process it. But breathing, you have to remember breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's the first thing that I do when I am feeling the feelings that I don't want to feel. I am always breathing. Anyone around me all the time is always like, what was that sigh for? I am clearing some energy, okay? Like, I'm clearing energy. Stop asking me why I'm huffing so much.
Yes.
I'm clearing energy.
I do the same thing, though. I do the same thing. If I get a bout of anxiousness or something's going on, I start breathing real heavy.
And I always, like, anytime I need to calm and center myself, I do place my hand on my chest. I place my hand on my chest, and I... Anywhere I am.
Yeah.
Anywhere I am, I do that. So it helps. It helps. We're humans. We're humans.
I mean,
We have crazy feelings.
well, of course, and it really does help when you have the self-awareness that you know that this is something that you need to pay attention to. Because I was sitting there dissecting it the whole time, and he interrupted me in the middle of my processing, and because it was the wrong timing. But I worked really hard to keep my emotions down and to be able to talk to him. But I may have been rude, but
Poor Kevin.
he had no idea.
You didn't
what
do
was going on.
anything wrong
He
at
didn't do
all.
anything. No, but you know what? It was like I was not expecting that because I have complete trust in him. And when that happened, I'm like, oh my God, how did this person get here? Like,
Where did she go from?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what so that's what they're saying higher consciousness is going to bring, right? Like a bunch of those situations to all the people on the planet, and they're saying like, look how you handled it, right? You are a woman who strives to be the best that she can, and you still your emotions still got to you, right?
Yeah, they did.
So they're saying like that's why there are going to be a lot of sort of chaotic things happening when the higher consciousness ray hits. They're calling it a higher consciousness ray.
I love that. I love that terminology. So what do we do to protect ourselves from people who are going to be experiencing that? So like, do we need, is it going to be around us? I mean, is it something we just have to go and tune into? I mean,
they're saying everybody will be processing through it, but this is when the big split happens. Like, this is when you'll notice third dimension versus 5 dimension, like, big time. Okay? It almost will be like, there's, like, look at the chaos that's happening. Look at the chaos that's already happening in the worlds that we don't exist in,
right.
you know? Like the news, politics, I don't know what else there is besides those two things. I just don't tune in. I don't know anything that's going on. But if I were to tune into that, that would be a magnet to pull me into the third dimension of things. But once we understand that these things are here, they're part of the spiritual war. They're part of that whole trying to hold the 5th dimension into the 3rd dimension. They really, there are higher powers at work here, you know, like this is a planet that is basically a big giant computer program, right? So there's like there is a good versus bad sort of energy going on the planet. They don't like to say that because it kind of scares people,
right.
But there really is a frequency sort of war happening right now. Like physical war still exists on your planet, and it is sort of mirroring the wars going on outside of your planet. Earth is something that has been fought over for a very long time, and they're saying that finally the 5th dimension, the higher consciousness, is getting over to the side where we can see that it's really going to happen. It's going to happen, you know, it's finally going to roll. It's finally going to roll over. But this ray of consciousness that we're bringing through is really, really, really going to freak some people out, is what they're saying, you know, like once you have had like this closed off heart and this closed off chakra system for basically your whole life because you've been programmed to live in this very dark, dirty, dingy place. Once the consciousness ray hits and busts all that open, some people will actually feel as if they're losing their minds, right? Because all of the things that they've shut down from feeling are now going to be presented to them as an opportunity to rise in consciousness, right? So I want to think through what I'm hearing in my mind for a second. Okay, they're saying like us humans have a skewed version. Now I want to talk carefully. I'm just going to say the word, demon, right? Demon. Some people who believe in that sort of thing it's almost like a religious war that will happen as well, right? It'll be like demons versus angels, right? Like these people who are programmed to believe that demons are taking over, will be terrified of the ones who are bringing the light, because it's against sort of everything that they've ever been taught, right? So they're saying humans have a very skewed version of what the terminology demon. They're saying that there are lower level consciousness, okay? And yes, they do hold certain frequencies, but they are not here to hold you in this place, right? They're saying like even the darkness is there to push you, right? Not there to, the demons came from Creator, right? Everything came from Creator. Everything came from God. Everything is a piece of God. So even though they have been reformed as this darkness that tries to hold you and suck you in and tear you away from consciousness, what their job is to push you out of the dark place. Right? Sort of make your life so chaotic and so yucky that you can't help but rise out of this place.
Yes.
Everything comes from higher consciousness. Everything comes from Creator. This whole is solar system, sun, earth, the planets was all created for very specific reasons. Even the lower level consciousness, they are created for special reasons, all for the sake of humanity, all for us, right? And I know it sounds bad, it sounds weird, but like that's the truth of it. Like when you're feeling like your life is being taken over by the devil, or the devil's doing it, or someone is possessed and they have demons inside of them, it really is just pushing that human so far that they get out of it. And that's when the higher consciousness of teachers comes through. They're at a very low level, and maybe they are presented with an angel on the street, somebody walking in clothes that smiles at them, right? That's one way to get out. Notice that, right? That's that first little glimmer. When you're deep, dark in that depth and you don't think that there's any way out, you literally have to look for one tiny little glimmer at a time. Right? Once a smile on the street from a stranger has been sent to you for a reason. Remember, this is all a computer program. So if you are at your lowest and you see a stranger on the street smiling at you, that's higher consciousness coming to you to say, hey, we're still here. You still have a chance. You are not forgotten. You are still here, right?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I've experienced that myself, and not too long ago, but we talked about it a couple podcasts back whenever my cat passed away. That lady that came out of, and I wish I knew her name because I would love to be able to reach out to her and tell her how much it meant to me. But when she came out and gave me a hug, when I got in my car, my immediate thought was my guide sent her to me to give me that hug, to comfort me, you know. So, I mean, I can really see that, you know.
Yeah. So what they're bringing through today is, again, sometimes they bring through video games just to help me explain how things work in a human level. But today they are really bringing through computer program. Like, they're sitting at their keyboards and they're programming everything that is going to happen in your day to help you get through the things that you need to get through. What we have to do is pay attention to the signs, even the tiny little ones, even the penny that you find on the ground, the stranger that smiles at you, the bird, the eagle. Like the other day, I'm driving through, I'm having a bad day. I'm driving through, getting to town. I live way out in the country and I'm driving into town and there are turkey buzzards everywhere. Like, so I don't know if everybody else sees them. I don't know if it's the season of turkey buzzards, but I have been tuning into turkey buzzards. Like they're just everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. So I had Callan look up turkey buzzards. And of course, it made perfect sense. The spiritual meaning of a turkey buzzard was like literally exactly what I was feeling inside, right? So I now that I've recognized it, I kind of stopped paying attention. I'm like, oh, turkey buzzard, right? But the other day, I come over a curb and there's a giant bird sitting there and I pay no attention to it because I think it's a turkey buzzard until it takes off and flies straight in front of my windshield and it was a freaking eagle, okay? Like, so close to my windshield. I wasn't in danger of hitting it or anything, but I didn't pay any attention to it when it was sitting on the side of the road because computer programmed just a buzzard, right? But when it took off and flew in front of me and it was an eagle, I was like, whoa, okay. And I smiled the whole way to wherever I was getting, and the frequency, I could just feel it, right? You have to pay attention to the things that are presented to you that will help you lift your frequency. Who wouldn't be moved by an eagle, right? Like, I don't care if I see them every single day. An eagle is always going to move me, right? But I've lived back in Missouri for a whole year, and I have seen only 2 eagles, and they were in the past week. 2 eagles in 1 week. So if I'm going through a low time, I have to recognize that those eagles are sent to me so that I can be like, I feel the magic again. I feel it. So as humans, we really have to, I think there's like the new term, a glimmer, mm-hmm. right? Pay attention to the glimmers. Pay attention to the glimmers, those like tiny little happy moments. And the more you recognize them, the higher in consciousness you'll be able to be. Those tiny little things will really start dragging you out of your low places.
You know, it's amazing that you said that and how you put it in that way, because butterflies make me really happy.
Yes.
Every time I see butterflies, I smile and I just feel good and I feel so grateful and I feel so happy. And so it's like, when I was in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, we were walking along the boardwalk and there was just so many, it was abundance of butterflies. And we would be laying out in the sand and they would just be all around us. And, you know, I just couldn't help but just to smile and be like, oh my God, wow, look at this one. Look at this. I was just so happy.
Yes. And that's a couple episodes ago, we channeled about playfulness, mm-hmm. right? Like, it's those tiny little things that we should pay attention to that make us have that childlike energy. Like seeing a bald eagle is mm-hmm. like, that's so exciting.
That would be extremely magical.
And butterflies, I love butterflies. Where I live, they are everywhere. The bright blue and black butterflies mm-hmm. and the dragonflies. And when I moved out there, I was like, oh my gosh, I have never seen so many butterflies before. It's so beautiful. So I'm right with you. Mm-hmm. That the butterflies make me happy. Mm-hmm. When a dragonfly lands on me, I am me and my girls were, so my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter and my oldest daughter's husband, we were down at the river and we were sitting in the river and all of us, like little kids, were like sitting around in the river letting the dragonflies land on us, you know? We're just sitting in the river and we're holding our arms up like this and like watching, you know, and we're adults, all of us are adults, but it was the most beautiful, fun thing. Like I was back in that girl-like energy with my daughters.
That's amazing.
You know, it was such a beautiful moment, and we were all laughing and making fun of each other because we would try to sit normal, and then all of a sudden we'd be like, we see a dragonfly in the air and we're like, you can land on me. So yeah, the tiny little, I got goosebumps when I said that, moments, make them magical. Enter into a childlike, you know, like bubble gum. Yeah. Do you like bubble gum?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Buy some bubble gum and chew some bubble gum and blow bubbles and let it pop on your face, you know? Like all of those things that you used to do that made you happy as a child, they're going to make you happy still. you still have that little girl inside of you. I honestly think that the child inside of us relates most to the higher consciousness in our body. So once we start connecting to that childlike energy, it really does help our frequency rise.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of good channels coming through today. I'm excited.
I really am glad that you decided to do this. Tune in. I know. That's amazing.
Yeah, 3-Eye Atlas. If you're just tuning in, you haven't seen the whole thing, that's what we're tuning into. 3-Eye Atlas. The meteorite that scientists are saying is a meteorite, but when I tuned into it, I don't feel meteorite. I feel higher consciousness, and that's what we've been channeling about this whole time, is the higher consciousness that the 3-Eye Atlas meteorite is bringing through.
So the crystal that your daughter brought up that they could be like
traveling
on, would that be something that's not like could not be found on Earth? Is it
definitely not?
Is it like, did they make the crystal, or does it naturally grow where they're from?
Yeah, I think it is a natural substance, and I think that the material that it's made from literally just carries this high vibratory frequency, like how clear quartz carries a frequency, and rose quartz, amethyst, all the crystals that we have here. This crystal is something not of Earth, and it is bringing through higher consciousness, because other planets have other rocks, have other trees, have, we only know this much about the solar system that we live in, right? And there's like billions of other solar systems. Just because maybe you can't live on a planet in our solar system doesn't mean that there aren't billions of other planets that grow rocks and crystals and trees and oceans and animals and humans and all these things, right? So because the Galactic Federation is billions and billions and billions of years old, and they have had all this time to navigate their solar systems to evolve into a higher consciousness. They've discovered certain ways that will help them, right? So they're literally, I feel like they made a spaceship out of a crystal. Like, they were like, hey, this carries a high consciousness. What if we could program it? What if we could, fly it past the humans and direct that energy down into them? They've had so many billions of years to evolve that we have no idea what they have in store for us.
Our minds could not comprehend.
No. When they channel through me, they really dumb it down. Like, half of the stuff that I'm channeling, they're dumbing down to kindergarten level so that we can understand it. Like when they're talking about video games and they're talking about computer programs, that's like the basic understanding that our brains will comprehend. They are such high consciousness. Billions, hundreds of billions since time started. They have had all of this time to evolve. We're humans, we're babies, we're created, right? We were just created 200 some odd thousand years ago, right? So we're babies. We haven't had all this time to evolve all of this beautiful consciousness. So when they're channeling through me, they're really just giving us kindergarten lessons.
Okay. So do you, maybe they'll answer this question. Is there physical beings on this ship?
Yes. There are many physical beings in the Galactic Federation. Not all of them are light bodies, right? They're saying that they, they're saying like you, we put suits on, right? Avatars. We're all higher consciousness, all of us. Some of us have evolved to certain points where we don't feel as if we need to put on the avatars anymore. We are just a group of higher consciousness, but for certain people and certain missions and certain things, yes, they step into avatar suits so that they can go to meetings, right? So they can do what they need to do. And they're saying in this quote unquote meteorite, there are, yes, physical beings making sure and directing the programs that it exists in or something. I don't know what they're trying to say. They're saying like there is physical beings on this meteorite making sure that it is things are going the way that they're supposed to be going. You don't ever want to send out an unmanned ship.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're saying you'll never see them, right? You'll never see these beings because that their mission is this. That's their mission.
They're not coming to Earth. No. They're just traveling.
Right. But they are saying, okay, ask.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Do they travel to other planets to do the same thing?
Yes. Yes. There are many, 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 many Earths. Mm-hmm. Okay? You are not the only Earth. There are many Earths. There are many humanoids. And there are many, many, many higher conscious. They have, yes.
I understand you're trying to grab what they're saying.
Yes, I'm trying to grab what they're saying. But again, they're so intelligent that certain frequencies they're trying to send to me, but because my brain can't grab them, they just take them out and I'm left with no words. Mm-hmm. You know, when I'm channeling, you can see that my words never stop. No, but once I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, they'll like take it out and I'll go blank and I'll have to start on a new channel. So
it's amazing. So is there other Earths where like humanoids, us or humans, live where they're at the same density as us or at the same dimension, like 3D, 4D? Is there other Earths? Let me get my question straight. Are there other Earths experiencing the same things that we are experiencing?
Yes. They're saying that there were many Earths, not necessarily Earth, or called Earth, but many planets just like Earth, that we have done the same thing that we did with you on Earth. They're saying they're trying to populate other planets, starting societies, starting, like Earth is not the only planet that can be inhabitable by humans. So, yes, you are a seed planet, and there are other seed planets out there. Creator wants to experience all of the things in all of the places.
Would we look the same as these others?
No. Your bodies are specifically made for the atmosphere on Earth. The Earth is put in a very specific way so that it can support your physical bodies. Other planets have other atmospherical differences, so your bodies would adjust to those.
Oh my God. I just love these topics.
Yeah.
I love learning. I love knowing that there's other beings that are experiencing the same things that we are, maybe different, stories, but the same energies.
Yeah. And I know this seems very far-fetched to someone who is just maybe just learning this, maybe just so I understand that me channeling extraterrestrials is a big stretch for some people. But if you could just listen to what I'm saying, it makes sense, right? Like, no information that I'm bringing through is far-fetched. It may be far-fetched that I'm connecting to extraterrestrials on another planet. Got it, right? I understand that's friggin' weird for some people, right? But if you listen to the messages that are coming through, it's obvious that it is coming from a higher place, and that's the seeds that we're here to drop. I'm not here to convince you what I do is real. I'm here to drop seeds so that you can expand your own mind on your own time. You don't have to believe anything that I say, but the things that I'm saying are triggering certain things in certain people to have them expand their minds as well.
Absolutely. We have to learn to stop being so closed-minded and want to stay stuck in the same programming that's been going on for hundreds, thousands of years.
It's not serving us anymore.
It's not. And I'm so grateful that my mind is open. It has served me well. And I think that there are certain stories that, I would feel like, it doesn't feel right to me. But it always goes back to do your own research. Find your own truth. Don't always believe everything you're told. You don't have to believe everything that we talk about, but do your own research to come to your own truth.
Yeah. For sure. Because the deeper that you get to know yourself and your own truth, it's the shedding of the layers. The more you get in tune with yourself, the more deeply you navigate how you feel and what you believe in, the more you get to know yourself, those layers, outer layers, they just shed. And a lot of people really don't know or understand that they are literally just living in their trauma that has been created for them. People are not aware of these situations. And usually I enter into someone's life and I'm like, yo, you are living in your trauma, and a lot of people, they don't even understand what that means, so that's why I love my job and I love what we do. I love inspiring people. I love empowering people. I love all of this stuff so much because I fully believe that everyone deserves to live a life of abundance and freedom and laughter and joy and inner child. But because we're living in all of the stuff that other people have created for us, we're not able to do that. We're slaves. We're working 80 hours a week. We're, living and breathing our jobs. We're engulfed in all of our friends' dramas, like I have this bill and 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 it's so stressful. But if you just cling on to some of the words that we are saying, right? You will watch your life transform in front of you. And it is not a joke. No. Once you start living your life according to what this higher consciousness is bringing through to us, your life will completely change.
Absolutely.
They're here to tell us, like, babe, you don't understand. You don't understand what you have in your possession here as humans with this atmospheric magic hanging just for you to grab onto, right? Mm-hmm. There is literal magic in the vibrations out here, and all I have to do is speak the right words and bring them towards me. Right? I am abundant. I get paid to exist. I am abundant. I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am healthy. Stop saying all the things that are the opposite of that because that's what you're creating.
100%. And I will tell you that since you have come in my life, and the very first reading that you did for me, you introduced me to the I Am app. Mm-hmm. And since I've started using that app, I literally tell myself all these things. The way I speak to myself is nothing but positivity.
Yeah.
Every morning I spend an hour and a half at least with myself, and it's like it's like a spiritual practice.
Yes.
And it's like I can't start my day without spending that time with myself to really build myself up. And it's not like I wake up in a bad mood or anything, but it's like I need that inspiring message for my soul, for me to go throughout my day. And throughout the day, I'm constantly saying great things to myself.
Yeah, I just want to bring through right now some I ams that are on my phone. I focus on smiling more and worry less. Like just these things. I find reasons to be thankful in every situation. I am ready for passionate love, right? Like I will fall in love with someone who always takes time for me in their day, no matter how busy they are, right? Yes. Like these simple things, if you read them and then you just speak them out loud when you're by yourself, those things will start to bring up your frequency and align you with those very exact things.
Yes. Because it has happened for me. I used to be a person of a very negative mindset. I remember the one thing my mother told me when I was a teenager is, I hate how negative you are. I was a negative Nancy all the time. And it's like now, like my sisters tell me all the time, you are nothing like you used to be. I'm positive all the time. I speak kindly and positively about my life to other people. I never speak down on my words, and I will, never say anything negative about my life. So since that has come into my life, my whole, thought process has changed, and great things do happen for me all the time.
Yeah.
you know.
And when the kickers come, because like no life is perfect, right? And I believe that even the bad things are here to teach us and show us things. So when the bad things come, instead of instantly reacting to this is going to be the worst thing, the worst situation ever, I have transformed my thoughts into saying, what is this teaching me? What is this showing me? What is this teaching me? It helps you to feel like less of a victim.
Absolutely.
Nobody is against you. The universe is not against you. God is not against you. That's not true. So when these things happen, instead of going to that dark place immediately, you say, what is this showing me? What is this teaching me? And find the lesson in it, because I promise you there's a lesson.
It doesn't feel like I just been handed a pile of crap. You know,
Right.
like it doesn't feel detrimental to my life, you know, anymore. Because now when things like happen to me, like, you know, a bad day or something bad happens in your day, I don't look at it like that anymore. I look at it like you just said, what is happening? What is this teaching me? What can I learn
am
from
I
this? What am I
feeling?
feeling? Like that instant, you know, that
Instant
you know,
rage.
yeah. Yes, thank you.
What am I feeling and why am I feeling it? Am I feeling it because it's happening in this moment, or am I feeling it because I'm triggered because it has happened in the past? You know,
Yes,
like
yes.
dissecting things. Like, to me, nothing is like, I am not just a surface level person. Because I've been taught all these things. I literally look for the meaning and the reason in everything. And sometimes to a fault, you know, like sometimes I should just be like living in the moment, enjoying things. But especially because I am dating now, and I'm, you know, like women are a whole new species. Like, I know myself, but like dating women is a whole new world for me. And because women are so deep and women are so emotional, I'm really trying to figure out, like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? What's going on here? So opening myself up to the dating world again, and especially with women, has really helped me discover more deep on a deep level who I am, and the paranoias that I have and the insecurities that I have, but also shown me this beautiful, like, deep companionship, like community, like sharing yourself. I mean, just you being a best friend, like sharing myself with you is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love community. So yeah, really getting to know yourself and really like focusing on how to be better and how to evolve and how to work through these things that you know are not serving you. They're
Yes.
not serving you.
Yes.
You know that, you know, and really being self-aware enough to know this is not serving me. This right here is calling me somewhere else. I have to follow this. No longer am I letting my mind lead, right? I'm not listening to my mind anymore. The fifth dimension is really leading with my heart, my gut. Where am I? Where is my body telling me that I need to go?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I love that. Because your body's always talking to you. You just have to learn to listen to it. You feel things. It's time to stop, like you said, leading with your head and lead with your body, lead with your gut.
Yeah, because this brain has been in charge of us for, I mean, we had to survive. So we needed, you know, our brain. We needed critical thinking. We need logic. We need all of those things. But we're transferring into a whole new earth, right? We're creating a whole new earth. So we can't think and feel the way that we've been feeling before. That's for old earth.
Yeah.
This is the new earth. We lead with our bodies. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us.
Yes.
If your shoulder hurts, look up the spiritual meaning of a pain in your shoulder and see if it relates to anything that's going on. If your left leg hurts, look it up and in a spiritual way and see, oh, is this really have any weight in my life? Like, does this make sense? Your body is a communication tool. So please start listening to it and start tuning out of this monkey mind sort of brain thing. Just like really feel what's going on here and lead with that in a careful way. don't be reckless and don't be crazy and don't make rash decisions. Make a plan. But if your inner body is telling you something, I urge you to please go in that direction cautiously.
Absolutely.
But with like love and excitement and no fear of I'm going to fail.
Oh, yes. Yes.
There's no such thing as failure. I'm just going to wipe that out right now. Failure doesn't exist in my mind, right? In my world, there's no such thing as failure because I know that everything is an experience. I did not fail that. I experienced that. And maybe it doesn't have a good experience for me, but that's okay because all of this knowledge and all of these emotions that I experienced with this experience, I can now carry with me to my next experience. Everything is just growing and deepening and evolving. It's not a failure, it's an experience.
If you've learned something from it, then you didn't fail anything.
For sure. Oh my gosh, we did it again and I didn't even have to do any cards. What a great channel. I want to thank the consciousness of 3i Atlas for coming in. I want to thank the Galactic Federation for coming in and leading this beautiful session here today. I feel like it was a session, right? I feel like we just went to therapy and we have learned so much about higher consciousness and how to really progress and evolve as humans. And it's all like really just like accepting yourself for exactly who you are, loving yourself for exactly who you are, having compassion and understanding and love for all of the people in your life without being triggered, without living in higher consciousness. And it's work. It is another job. I am so blessed that I just get to dedicate myself to this work, right? It is my physical job. It is what I do for a living. So I understand that I this is my life, but if I could just send some seeds or inspiration to anyone, I realize that not everyone has the time to dedicate to higher consciousness that I do. But if you could just do 20 minutes a day, if you are scrolling on Facebook or on TikTok or YouTube, you have time. And I actually prefer YouTube. There's a lot of higher consciousness on YouTube. TikTok, I love TikTok so much, but there's a lot of conspiracy theories on TikTok. There's a lot of AI on TikTok. I love learning from, tune into astrology. Like, there's no way that you can tune into astrology and not relate it to exactly what's going on in your life. Every morning, that's what I do. What's going on in astrology today and how is it going to be affecting me? And when these moments come up, I'm like, oh, yeah, so Chiron is in retrograde right now, and Chiron's the wounded healer, and I'm feeling all of these wounds come up. I know that it's working for me. It's here for a reason. So, yeah. I talked a lot today. My voice is scratchy. Sorry, guys.
There was a lot of information coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was beautiful and very enlightening because I've learned a lot about what's going on. I didn't realize we were already starting to get the...
It's already here.
Yeah.
The consciousness is already here. There will be one final big blast. And again, that is going to really, it will affect people. So, pay attention to the things that are coming up in your life, the traumas that are resurfacing, the things that you don't feel happy and healthy about. They're coming up to the surface. They're coming up to the surface for you to work through them and release them. So you can ascend into higher consciousness.
Yes.
And that is all for today.
Yes,
I love you all.
yes.
Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.